Okay. So, so now, how is it going?
How is it going? It's going pretty well.
Going
Pretty
pretty
good.
well.
Pretty good.
We're almost today. Almost
Six.
it's 6 miles.
Yes.
Our usual morning routine. As you know.
It's been
So,
it's been excellent. It's been
okay. So,
I have no complaint.
okay. So let's say somebody struggling to shed some weight. So what will you
Recommend?
recommend, like to lose weight?
I would say I would say natural way to lose weight is just get into exercise, walking, jogging, running, and be consistent with it. Not just decided to go 1 day or 2 days in a week and you call it quit. You have to be consistent. It's like it will become your daily food, you know, and
Daily routine.
daily routine, yeah, daily thing. And before you know it, the weight will be shining, and you have to also mindful one thing also. You have to reduce your food intake. That's another thing again. You might be exercising and do all that, and if you are eating this large portion of food and all kinds of junk food and all those things, believe me, that weight
It's difficult.
it will be definitely difficult. But if you are being consistent with the exercise and also watch what you eat and eat moderate portion. When I use the word moderate, people will say, "What do you know how moderate is?" Things not load your plate with food meant for five. Let's say food meant for 4 people, and one person will sit down and consume it. Of course, you won't. Your weight won't come down that way. So there's so many
Especially what kind of food? Like carbohydrates food?
you can eat carbohydrate, but a little portion. That's what I'm saying. A little portion. You always, I'm not going against carbohydrate because people say, oh, carbohydrate makes you gain weight and everything. Of course, it makes you gain weight if you are loading it all the time on your plate. You're being rational with what you eat, and not rational with what you put on your plate. Of course,
Okay, yes.
there's so much advantage of consistent exercise. So much advantage.
Committed.
Yeah.
And, yes, I agree with you what you say. And yes, diet into is another important part of your weight journey, like I would say, because exercising is good, but not just only exercise. Especially if you say you are thinking about shedding some weight, which is good because to build a more healthy life is good. You maintain a certain weight, depending on age related and all this, but at least normal weight. Yes, exercise consistently, like you said, then food intake, and not just food intake, um, good diet combination of your green mixed with your, you know, like you said, don't just concentrate on carbohydrate alone. That's what makes it more difficult. But if you like vegetable, you can out of vegetables, lot of vegetables. But if you cannot do without carbohydrates, which I don't advise, then take um, a little less carbohydrates, then more vegetables, fruits, right? And plant-based
We can like
diets.
you know what with this stand with saying this that nothing wrong in balancing your meal. That's what I call balance. When we mean balance, we mean uh, varieties of food means include a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, which is very healthy.
Yes.
And yes, of course, do with your you can do with your carbohydrate. Nothing wrong with it, as I said, but you have to mix in food. Don't,
Mix it.
yeah, mix it. Make sure you have more vegetable, more fruits in your diet, and add nuts. Add nuts. Varieties. Let's eat varieties of food. I give us all these things. And they
And
are
they are all
so
available,
they are
right?
all available, and they are so nutrition.
Okay,
If
which
you know how to combine them, and you know how to,
okay, let me ask you a question. Which vegetable will you highly recommend?
Recommend? The one that I love, which I love all the time, is my spinach.
Spinach?
I
Okay.
love my spinach,
Okay.
and I'm always eating spinach. That's a green leafy
Yeah, I know
vegetable.
that. Yes.
I'm a spinach person, and also he's into lettuce. So he eats
I like
lettuce.
spinach too.
He's into lettuce. Yeah, there are different vegetables that one can go for. The squash, it's very good.
What about those other ones that you still make with
There's collard green,
collard green,
there's kale,
kale,
there's
and,
the dandelion, there's only a vegetable, there's mustard green, which is excellent green also.
one I
You
just
know.
try to remember now, the one that you always like putting all you steam with
Cucumber.
no.
Zucchini, squash, which I said it already.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yes, those
And different
are good.
veggies that one can eat.
Some you can eat raw, some you can
So
steam.
yeah,
a
some we
little
can
bit,
steam, some we can eat it raw. You see different varieties. I'm telling
Then
you. Yeah,
not
just
only
give it a
that,
try.
what about your legume,
Yeah, give it a try.
beans?
Yeah,
Don't
different
forget the
varieties
beans.
of beans.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good too. Yeah.
So those are varieties you can
Varieties.
mix up, and if you are thinking about losing weight, add those things to your diet. Right?
Don't
And-
just concentrate on one.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Mix it up.
Mix it up.
Yeah. Don't forget lemon is good. Lemon, you can always squeeze your lemon to your water, fresh lemon to water, drink, while you are eating. Then, for the exercise, consistent exercise. Make use of what God has given you this day.
Yeah.
Walk, jog,
Like.
walk fast. When you talk walk fast and continue to increase your distance, right?
Yes.
Yes, distance. And like she always said, consistently, then you will see the result. And again, late night eating, those are not good, especially before bedtime. Make sure you eat your dinner or whatever way before. And
They normally say make sure you
Yes.
eat at least 3 hours before you go to bed.
before you go to bed. And
If
not
you
just
can't
that,
do it.
very small portion.
Yeah.
It's very, very small portion. Because you are going to bed and you don't want to get all your organs still busy trying to digest what you are sleeping. It's not a good habit. So, best thing, and just very little, if possible, if you can do it, just a little portion of food or even maybe tea. If you're finding that you are getting a little bit late at night, you don't want to eat too late, just drink green tea, right? Green tea is good. The way we don't drink coffee, some people like coffee, nothing wrong with that, but just, even though I like coffee, the aroma, but it just doesn't go well with me. So I'm not saying that. But green tea, I think, is good for people that want to lose weight. So yes. So any other thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to let people know that the more you work, the more you give this leg strength.
Yes.
Strong. The more you work, the more your leg becomes strong.
Yes.
So-
And the bone too.
And yeah,
The bone. So keep the
walking,
leg,
keep
make
the
use
leg
of that
going,
leg. And
keep moving.
the less you use it, the weaker it gets.
Yes, yes. The less
So-
you use the leg, the weaker it gets.
You know,
Yeah.
We
So-
are in a world today that is so much convenience.
Use the leg.
People, they want to walk or something. Please use your leg. And like you said, death starts from the head. Once you lose your mobility, so
So-
then make it strong. Not just even walking alone. Do your cardio, squats and all those things.
Use the leg.
Good. It's good for the legs. So
Yes, make use of your leg.
So,
Walk.
yes.
You know.
Add those to your exercise.
Okay. Hope our little tip, So leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. We would like to hear from you. Give us
You
an
need to add more to what we just, put it on. Let's hear
Yes,
it.
let's hear from you. We would like to hear from you. What do you do to bring that strength to your leg? What kind of exercise? And the kind of food you eat too, we like to know. So if you have any tips, yeah, give us a comment. Let's chat. All right? Peace, everyone.
So, see you next time. All right. Keep in touch. All right. Okay.